Okay, I've started recording. So first of all, we will see we have different papers 23, 24, 24, 25, and then 25, 26. Which one we will do? Yeah, 24, 21. Very good. We'll start that one. I'm sharing my screen. Let me know if you can see it. You can see? Okay. See the here the answers. So now drag it here. This one here. Okay. Is this clear? Okay. A screw is made up of threads. Yeah. Umbra is a region of complete darkness. An example of natural magnet is called lodestone. It is also called lodestone. Just remember. Which of this is not an example of inclined plane? Wall. The source of light is natural source of light is sun. And the attraction property of a bar magnet is maximum at its ends. And which of the following is non-luminous body? It is moon. Moon is non-luminous. It can't shine by itself. It shines because of the rays of sun's light. And dash is a simple machine which appears like an incandescent screw, right? Yeah. Which of the following? Sorry. Which of the following can be made into a magnet? Iron. Iron can be made into a magnet. Next one. Butter paper is an example of. It's an example of translucent object. Means it passes light somewhat partially. Okay. The efficiency of ideal machine is 1. Artificial magnet used to detect the direction in the laboratory. That is called magnetic compass. A simple machine where force is applied in the downward direction. That is called, what it is called? Pulley. In pulley, you apply force in downward direction. Then in a pinhole camera, the image formed is inverted. See. Yeah, the method by which an iron can be made by a magnet, bringing it closer to another magnet without touching it is called magnetic induction method. Yeah, very good. Light poles that dash each other, attract or repel. Light gives its repel. Light gives a sensation of vision, and that dash is the capacity to do work. Energy is the capacity to do work. A magnet has two poles, north pole and south pole. Light travels in a straight path. Electric bell, you map it to electromagnet. Needle is nothing but it's a temporary magnet. Eclipse, that is formed by rectilinear propagation of light. Soft iron, soft iron is again temporary magnet, and wall is opaque, right? Right. A permanent magnet is made up of soft iron. True or false? False. Next one. Shadow is formed in front of the object. That is also false. Behind the object, shadow is formed. Machine makes our work easier. True. Poles of magnet can be separated. That is false. You cannot separate the poles of magnet. Solar eclipse occurs on new moon day. True. Right? Clear? So we go to the next screen. This one. Next one. Name the following. The pieces of soft iron used to store the magnets. What are those called? See this one. The pieces of soft iron that are used to store magnets are called. Those are called keepers. The dark patch formed by opaque object due to obstruction of light is called. It is called shadow. An eclipse in which the position of Earth is in the center is called lunar eclipse. An example of screw in daily life is as bolt or jar lid. You can give any one. Magnet, that is current carrying coil with a core in it, electromagnet, right? Hello. Yeah, okay. Next one. What is this one? It is magnetic field. Magnetic field influence. Influence of the magnetic field. Magnetic field lines of a bar magnet. And this one is what is this one? It is solar eclipse, because the moon comes between the sun and the earth. It is solar eclipse. This one is parallel beam of light. This is an example of wheel and axle, and this is horseshoe magnet. Okay. So next one. State the important uses of a magnet. So finding direction using compass is one use. Electric bells and motors, they work with the magnet, and lifting of heavy iron objects. That also it can be done with the magnets. Like these are the three uses you can write. What are the characteristics of an image formed by pinhole camera? So basically it is like it is real, it is inverted image, and it is smaller in size. So these are the three characteristics that are formed by the image of a pinhole camera. What is rectilinear propagation of light? And write three applications of rectilinear propagation of light. So rectilinear propagation of light is nothing but light travels in a straight line. And the applications are, it forms shadows. Eclipse is formed because of this rectilinear propagation of light, and pinhole camera working is also based on rectilinear propagation of light. Next one, difference between luminous and non-luminous body. Two example: luminous emits own light, non-luminous they don't emit their light. Example, sun bulb. Here example, moon table. Next one, state three ways of demagnetizing a magnet. By heating a magnet, you demagnetize a magnet. By hammering a magnet, you demagnetize a magnet. And by passing alternating current, you demagnetize a magnet. Clear? Yeah, I'm sharing. You're not able to see? Array, you should have told before. Now? No, I did not get any. I asked Vedant Kuber. He told he's able to see. Are you able to see now? Just tell me. Okay, we are here. Okay, anyhow, in video I am sharing, so you can go through the video. So I will not repeat again because we have less time. State three methods of demagnetizing. That is what we have seen now. See here, a lever of 150 centimeters has effort of 15 kg force at a distance of 50 centimeters from the fulcrum at one end. What load can be applied? What is the load of the length arm? So here you have to apply the principle of lever, which is effort into effort arm is load into load arm. So lever length is 150 centimeters and the effort is 15 kgf. Effort distance is 50. So the load arm will be 100 centimeters. It is like 150 minus 50, 100 centimeters. So load into load arm. Load is 15, load arm is 50. Sorry, effort into effort arm. 15 into 50 is load, we don't know, into load arm, which is 100. So from this you get load is 7.5 kgf. Is this clear, this problem? This problem will come definitely. This is very important. Clear or not? Please answer fast. Okay. What load can be applied at the other end? So these are the two questions. Okay. Next one. We go to the next page. What define the following? Transparent substance are those that allows light to pass through them, so that it can objects can be clearly seen. Example, glass. And translucent substance allows some light to pass through them. Example, butter paper. Butter paper is an example of translucent. And then opaque object that does not allow light to pass through them. Example, wood, chair, table, chair, wall. These are all things. Next one. What can you do to increase the life of a machine? These are all things you have to do. You have to lubricate it regularly. You have to clean it properly, and you do the proper maintenance, and you avoid overloading and rough use. Right? What is the difference between solar and lunar eclipse? In solar eclipse, moon comes between sun and earth. In lunar eclipse, earth comes between sun and moon. Solar eclipse occurs on new moon day, lunar eclipse on full moon day. And sun is partially hidden, here moon is partially hidden. So these are the answers for the solar and lunar eclipse. Next one, what is light? How is the object made visible? Light is a form of energy that enables us to see the object. Okay. Objects become visible when light reflects from them into our eyes. And when light falls on the object, and that light, when it is reflected by the object, then those objects are visible. Okay. Next one, ray of light. Straight path along which the light travels is called the ray of light. So convergent beam of light, rays meet at one point, and divergent beam of light, rays spread from one point. Next one, in a lever, this problem is also important. In a lever, fulcrum is at one end of a distance of 30 centimeters from the load, and effort at the other end is 90 centimeters. Find the length of the effort arm and mechanical advantage of lever. So it is given that fulcrum load is 30 centimeters. Fulcrum to load is 30 centimeters. Effort distance is 90 centimeters. They have given already. And the effort arm will be then, this 90 minus 30 will be 60 centimeters. So mechanical advantage is nothing but the ratio of effort arm by load arm. So effort arm is 60 and the load arm is 30. Okay. So 60 by 32. Is this clear? So here effort arm is 60 centimeters and advantage is 2 because that ratio is 2. Describe any method iron bar can be made magnet. How you can do, you rub one pole of the magnet repeatedly in one direction of the iron bar. So that iron bar becomes the magnet. Three important properties of magnet. Magnets attract the objects. Magnet has two poles, north pole and south poles. Like poles of the magnet repel each other and like pole of the magnets attract each other. So these are the important properties of the magnet. Okay. Next, draw a diagram of artificial magnet of 4 different shapes. So you have to draw one bar magnet, one horseshoe magnet, which will be like this, then one U-shaped magnet, and so these three you can draw: bar magnet, U-shaped magnet, horseshoe magnet, and one cylindrical magnet also you can draw. Next one, see here, this is very important. Why is that bird flying in the sky do not cast their shadow on the earth? Why? Anybody can answer? No, see, this is the correct answer. The birds fly high, so they do not cast shadow on earth because sun is very large source of light and it is very far from the earth. So the bird shadow, umbra, it is too small and penumbra is too faint to be seen from such a distance. What happens when the source of light, which is sun, is very small and the object is very big and the object is very small? Then that shadow that is there in the umbra, it is too small. So that is why you cannot see the shadow of the bird on the earth. Same is the case with the aeroplane and a kite. When the aeroplane or kite flies, you don't see the shadow of aeroplane or kite on the ground. Why? Because the sun is very large and these objects, bird, aeroplane, kite, these are all very small. So the umbra region is too small and the penumbra region is too faint to be seen. This is also important. Solar eclipse should not be watched directly. Give reason: because the sun's corona gives harmful ultraviolet radiations, UV rays, which can burn the retina of your eyes. So that is why it should not be watched directly. This question is very important. Remember, just now I told the answer also. State the effect of image on the pinhole camera. The effect is like object moved toward the pinhole. If the object is moved toward the pinhole, the image becomes bigger. And if you are trying to move the screen away from the object, the image becomes larger. But it will be bright, dimmer. Not bright, it will be dimmer. And third one is the bigger the hole, the images becomes blurred. So the image becomes blurred. So these are the three effects of pinhole camera. These also you have to remember. Next one, luminous object is moved towards the pinhole. Sorry, what is this one? Okay, these are the questions and these are the answers. Four simple machines, give an example. Lever, example scissors. You can give beam balance. You can give seesaw. You can give pliers. Then crowbar. These all things you can give. Pulley, well pulley. Inclined plane, the ramp in the hospital or the road at the start of the flyovers or the hill slopes. These are all inclined planes. The wheel and axle is example is door bar, doorknob or steering wheel. Right? Is this clear with all the answers 23, 20, 24, 25? Please answer fast. Hello. Nobody is answering. Are you able to see my screen? Okay. So what will we do now? 24, 25 is done. Shall we do this year's papers of the camp physics? So this year paper of the physics camp branch. Okay. So the answers are these ones. Is this visible, clear? See the question. Which of the following materials will become a magnet most easily when placed near a strong magnet? That is the soft iron. The fixed point about which a lever turns is called fulcrum. Lunar eclipse occurs when the earth comes between sun and the moon, which is the third one. Sorry, A. In a single movable pulley, the load is supported by two rope segments. During a solar eclipse, are you able to see and listen? Just answer, confirm. Is it the same case with all others? Are you able to see my screen or not? Okay, good. Thanks. At least answer when I ask some question, answer. So I know you are able to see and listen. Otherwise, I don't know. I go and you don't answer. During a solar eclipse, which part of Earth experiences a partial eclipse? Answer. Only the area in the penumbra. B. Which of the following is correct? Mechanical advantage is load by effort, which is C. Which of following materials is not form a clear shadow? Answer is will not form a clear shadow. Clean plastic bottle. Effort and load move in opposite direction in the lever of first order lever. Which of the following action will reduce the strength of the what is that one? Magnet. Hammering or dropping it repeatedly. Next one. Which of following is not a characteristics of the image formed by pinhole camera? So it is real, it is inverted. So this is the one. It cannot be obtained on the screen. That is not a characteristics. Remaining three are characteristics. It is smaller than the object, it is real, and it is inverted. A screw is actually, what is a screw? Inclined plane wrapped around a cylinder. What is full form of laser? This is very important. Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. That is full form of laser. In a puppet show using torch and screen, the puppet creates a show about the path of light. Creates a clear shadow. What does this clearly show about the path of light? Light travels in a straight line and is blocked by the puppet. So that is the answer. Which of the following is not an example of third class cleaver? Bottle opener. What is bottle opener? Yeah, but what kind of lever is it? Is it first class or second class? It is not third class, we know, but what is it? How first class? Second order. Very good. It is a second order. It is not third order. Because what happens? You have effort and then load and then the fulcrum. The fulcrum is that point which is where bottle opener fixes with the bottle. Bottle. So it's second order. A magnetic compass is used to show direction. C. Next one. Levers of third order has load in between fulcrum. You have to change it. It is false. It is second order. The north pole of the magnet is near geographical north. No, it is opposite. The south pole of Earth's magnet is near geographical north pole. Light travels in vacuum at a speed of 0.3 into, no, it is not zero point 0.3, it is 3 into 10 power 8. The wheel and axle is basically a modified pulley. No, it is a modified lever. An electromagnet is permanent magnet. No, it is not permanent. It is temporary magnet. Give reasons. Even at the time of lunar eclipse, the moon appears as a dull red disk. Why? So during total lunar eclipse, Earth's atmosphere scatters blue light, and what happens? They move towards the blue light and bends red light towards the moon, making it appears dull red. So that is the answer. You have to remember this answer. Which iron filling sprinkled around a bar magnet? They arrange what? Themselves in curved patterns. Give reasons. In the curved patterns, when iron fillings are came near the bar magnet, they arrange themselves in the curved patterns, forming a curved patterns. In which patterns I think he is asking. A sprinkled around a bar magnet, they arrange themselves in the curved patterns. Give reasons. I don't know. The answer is not here. We will check that one, or you can do Google. An inclined plane makes makes our task easier. Why? Because it reduces the effort by increasing the distance over the which the force is applied. The effort applied is reduced. So that's why it makes our tasks easier. So you have to draw this diagram, lunar eclipse and solar eclipse, and you have to differentiate. Earth between sun and moon in lunar, and for solar, moon between sun and earth. Moon appears dark or reddish, sun appears fully covered. Corona is formed. This one. Umbra and penumbra. Full shadow region is umbra, partial shadow is penumbra. And total eclipse occurs in umbra, partial eclipse occurs in penumbra. So here, Arjun is rectilinear on the side, he then points towards his questions is state the principle, that is rectilinear propagation of light. What will happen to the image when the pinhole is made larger? So we have seen this already. The image becomes brighter but blurred, overlap. Beam of light. Beam of light is bundle of light rays traveling together. That is called the beam of light. And magnetic equator, it's an imaginary line around the earth where magnetic, what do you say, magnetic needle stays horizontal. It's imaginary line around the earth. That is the magnetic equator. Next one, this you have to give example. Nutcracker is an example of second order lever, second class. Mechanical advantage is greater than 1. Then second order lever, wheelbarrow, and mechanical advantage is also greater than 1. Third class lever is broom. Mechanical advantage is less than 1. This type of pulley is called single fixed pulley. Name the type. Mechanical advantage is ideally 1. Advantage of using single fixed pulley, even though it does not reduce the effort. What happens? Because it changes the direction of effort, it makes easier. That is the advantage. Next one, Rohan uses diagram shown in the bucket of water. What effort he should be applied. So for this one, he has given like load 16 newtons and mechanical advantage is 1. So effort is also 16 newtons. If mechanical advantage is 1, then load is effort. So effort will also be 60 newtons. So difference between opaque and translucent, they do not allow light to pass through them. They allow partial light. They cannot be seen through them. We cannot see the light through them. The opaque objects does not allow the light to pass through them. Objects appears blurred. Example, wood, metal, and it is glass, butter, paper. Pitch of a screw. Distance between two threads of a screw is called a pitch of a screw. This is important. Remember this one. State two uses of a screw. Fastening objects together, lifting loads, like a screw jack. When you go for car washing, what they will do, they will fix it in this one screw jack, and then they will move that screw jack. Because of that, what happens? You are able to lift the entire load of the car. That screw jack. So that is an example of a application of a screw. And then which property of the magnet is shown in the picture? What property is it? Magnetic field lines around the magnet. That is the magnetic field lines. Why do iron fins arrange in this pattern, in the curved pattern? Because they align along the magnetic field lines. And next one, a bar magnet is broken into 3 parts. How many poles will be there in total? Poles will be total 6 poles. Because for every magnet, 2 poles, north pole, south pole. So 3 parts, 6 poles. 3 north, 3 south. What happens to the magnetic strength of a bar magnet if it is dropped repeatedly? The magnet loses its strength, or it is nothing but we say it as demagnetization. A kite flown high making a shadow, just now we have seen that one. It is very far from the ground, light spreads out and shadow becomes fainted or blurred. That's why you can't see. Next one, B. B is what? Why does a longer handle on the spanner make it easier to loosen a tight nut? Because it increases the effort arm, producing more turning effort with less force. Hence, it becomes easier to tighten a nut. You have to remember this answer. Velocity ratio is a ratio of effort arm by load arm, or you can say distance moved by effort by distance moved by load. Okay. And shadow is dark region formed when opaque object blocks light, and extended source of light is nothing but a light source having a finite size. Like it's not a point source. For example, tube light or bulb. In the point source, you have very small source of light. And here it says this one object. What is telling the dark region? The dark region is called the dark central region is called umbra, and the next one is picture 2 is this one, that is penumbra. Next one, somewhat very difficult type of questions. If what happens to 1 if 2 is shifted towards the object? 2 means this one screen towards object. I think only umbra forms. Sorry, if it is moved, umbra increases, penumbra decreases. This is the answer. And third one, the mechanical advantage of a machine is, sorry, what will happen if the extended source is replaced with a point source? Only umbra forms, no penumbra, because the source of light is very small. So here he has given this one. This is the mechanical advantage is 3 because load is 120 newtons. Effort is load by mechanical advantage, which is 120 by 3, 40 newtons. You practice this kind of problems also. And next one, 6-2, 45 meters he has given. Calculate the mechanical advantage of the inclined plane. Write the formula. What is this one? I think it's here. Effort arm by load arm, which is 24 by 8, is 3. So these answers are here. I think you can go to see the third one. I think 6C, right? Which class of lever has the effort arm shorter than the load arm? So that is third class lever. And the inclined plane he has given 45. What will be the height? So length by height is mechanical advantage 3. So height will be 45 divided by 15, which is 3. The mechanical advantage is 3. L by H, mechanical advantage. Okay. Then wedge principle he has given. The answers are here. You just go through these answers. I will share this one, the same one. Single touch, double touch also is there. Okay, this is 25, 26. Next, I think we can stop here. 23, 24 also I will share the questions and this one. You can go through. Or if you still want, I will conduct one more session on that one. Is it clear? Okay. I think no one is listening, so I will stop here. Bye. Response.